Hello, this is Sacred Rebel Radio with Yolanda Shoshana. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my first one. Yay. First of all, happy Sunday. Happy Passover for those of you who are celebrating Passover. Happy Pesach. And happy Easter. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I know that I've had a very wonderful day. I love Sundays. It's my favorite day of the week, which I mention often. I had Mexican food, some Tex-Mex with some wonderful friends of mine, and then we had coffee. Couldn't think of a better way to spend the day, and now here I am. So, Sacred Rebel Radio. I wanted to start this show because I wanted to spend more spiritual time with you all. I know I post lots of things, and some of you come to me for readings, and some of you write me for advice, but I haven't been spending quality spiritual time with you, and I've wanted to. Some of you listen to my podcast, Bruhan Books, which is lifestyle and books, and sometimes it's spiritual, and most times it's not. So this is just a time to come together to have a little food for the soul, which is very important. And you'll probably hear New York noises behind me because this is live and I'm on a mic, and New York is going on behind me, even though I'm inside. New York gets to be loud, so if you hear anything in the back, it's New York life. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep this show on Sundays. We will see. I love to kind of be lazy on Sundays, but it's also my favorite day. So I got to see how I feel about this. And it's a special day. So I figure, what better day than Sunday? But I might move this to Friday as well, because most of you who follow me know that I'm out and about hard during the week, and I love being home on Friday night. It's kind of like my own personal Shabbos. So anyway, quite a few of you have sent questions in, which I asked for and continue to do so. Send questions for advice and for readings and all that good stuff. And I did pick some questions I will be answering today, and I will be doing a little spiritual convo as well. So let's basically get this party started, as I like to say. Don't want to waste a lot of time, and I think normally I'll go for an hour. Let's see what happens today, this will probably be more like 35 to 40 minutes. But I start talking, and the next thing I know, time is up. I also will at times be playing certain interviews during this show, because not all of the people that I want to interview or that approach me for interviews are perfect for my book show. So this is a great place for them. So I will be talking about everything and anything like I tend to do, and that includes sex, sacred sex, and things just to make your life better, and things to basically take you to your higher self. That's what I want to do. So, like I said, I got some really great questions. I didn't pick in any particular order. I think some of the questions that were selected are things that a lot of women go through. And men, please feel free to send your questions as well, because I'm here for you as well, though most of my audience tends to be women and men who like to listen in from time to time. So the first one is from Debbie in Texas. And she wants to know if she should stay with her fiance who cheated on her. Now, this is a tough one. Because like I always tell people, I can't tell you what to do, because then we're karmically connected. But should you stay with your fiance who cheated on you? And from what I can see, it doesn't look like he's cheated on you once, and you know that. This is repeated. Debbie, girl, marriage doesn't fix a problem. So, some people decide that they want to marry somebody so that it can change things in the relationship and make it better. Marriage tends to not do that. What it does do is amplify things that are going on. So, if he's cheating on you now, it is highly possible he will cheat on you when you get married. Like I said, I see more than one woman in this circumstance. Have a conversation, a real conversation, not the baby, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again conversation, the ones that we like to have and the ones that men like to have when they've been caught. Have the, why are you doing this? What's really happening? Looking at the energy between the two of you, it actually looks like neither one of you really want this marriage, and you all are doing it because you feel like you have to. You've been together, it looks like at least 3+ years, 3.5 to 4 years, and you're feeling like it's time. Everybody's asking you, when is it going to happen? When are you two going to get married? When are you going to make it official? Da, 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 da. And what happens during this period is people sometimes get married because they feel like it's time. Well, don't get married because you feel like it's time. Get married because you fucking are passionately and madly in love, which I do not see. If that is the case, girl, pick up your 4-inch heels and do what you got to do. If you are madly in love, if this is worth fighting for, if this is the man of your dreams, your soulmate, you're meant to be, then you two can figure this out. Because cheating is a result of something being wrong. I'm not saying something being wrong with you, because you're feeling like it's because of you. That's not the case. There are other circumstances in this. You are woman enough. You are definitely woman enough, and he needs to understand that. So I hope that this helps you. I have a feeling I know what you're going to do and what needs to happen. And girl, when it happens, make sure you come back to me for a reading. I wish you all the best with your heart and your soul in this, because this is hard. Ladies, sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we are worth amazing love. And men as well. Remind yourself you are worth amazing love. There is always somebody else out there who can and will love you. Don't think that you're ever going to be alone. See, the reality is the universe gives you what you think you deserve. So what do you deserve? If you think, oh my God, this is it, no one else is going to love me, I'm going to be alone forever if I break up with this person, then that's what it's going to feel like, and that's what you're going to get. But if you understand how fucking awesome you are, that you rock, and that you are worth gold when it comes to a relationship, then that is what you're going to get. So I just say that for all of you who are going through something a little difficult, who might be scared to end something that ended long ago. We all know those people. Sometimes you're in that relationship, or you have a friend that's in the relationship, but you've got to be ready to leave it, of course. But know that there is always somebody bigger and better. And like I always say, if something's not working out, it's because the universe is trying to give you something better, and allow something better to come to you, which sometimes means you got to get rid of a clown or a fool that you're with to clear the landing pad, as I like to say. You got to clear the way for something better to come along. All right. Moving on to the next question. And this is from Debbie. Now, Debbie's in New York. Hey, Debbie, what's up, girl? Debbie can't decide on her career path. Now, Debbie didn't give me much to go on. Debbie, girl, I don't even know what that is. I don't know if you're trying to decide if you want to make shoes, if you want to, be like Kung Fu and walk the earth. But, Debbie, this is what I'm going to say to you. Debbie, you look like your energy is all over the place, which tends to be the case when people can't decide on something. And New York is so good for that. We have a lot of options here, I have to say. It's like a good thing and a bad thing. It's like, well, I could do this and I could do this and I could do that. And you look like you're like 22-ish, 22 to 24, which means the world is your oyster. Yay! But what are you going to do with all that oyster? I see school as a thought. Like a medical school, I see medicine or something coming in. Well, girl, medicine looks good. If that is a choice, medicine, the medicine field, doctor. I see doctor, not nurse, but a doctor. Or are you going to find a doctor? Ba-bum-dum. I do see medical school popping in. And, if you do go to medical school, I do see that you will meet your partner there. It's like 2 for 1. Go ahead, Jennifer. So school, the path looks school. and get yourself a part-time gig to go along the way, because it looks like parents would pay for most of this because that's what they want you to do. Listen, if a part of you wants to go to school and somebody else is going to pay for that, girl, you go. School ain't cheap, especially medical school. You be paying for that till, I don't know, medical school is crazy, right? Everybody who's trying to go to school. And that's also for anybody who might be listening. If you can't decide between career and school and your parents want to pay, allow them. Because let me tell you something, as somebody who paid for their own friggin' loans, allow them. Allow those parents to pay. Now, I know sometimes it comes at a cost because they want to tell you what to do. And oh my God, I'm my own adult. Listen, suck it up and go to school. Because if your parents, especially if your parents can afford to pay for your school, allow them. School is, I don't know how anybody goes to college anymore these days. It's crazy out there. I think NYU is now like $71,000 a year. I almost passed out. I don't even have any kids. And I was like, what? So Jennifer, girl, go to school. If that's what you kind of want to do, that looks really wonderful. And like I said, there's a cutie pie doctor waiting. You'll be like a 2-doctor home, or you might not. You might decide not to be a doctor because it looks like a surgeon is in your future. High five, girl. All right. Now we go to Mary from Phoenix. Mary from Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix. I've never been to Phoenix. I really should go. I hear the land is stunning. I know that there's a lot of psychics and healers, which sometimes becomes too many of us. You know how that is. It's like too many people in one room healing and psychicking. And, but I definitely, that's a place. That's not true. I think I was in Arizona, but I was passing through. But I like to go and like climb a mountain or touch the land or go to a desert or something. Isn't it all the desert? All right. So, Mary's question. Oh, this is deep. My friend betrayed me and we were so close. She asked me to forgive her. Can we go back to the way things were? Ooh, can you go back to the way things were? Now, I say this as I sip a little bit of wine. You were close. I'm not sure what the betrayal was. Okay. Here's what I have to say to that. And this is more advice, more than a clairvoyant reading per se. She betrayed you. And my question to you is, before she did this thing, did she know that it was on your list for betrayal? Sometimes we have a list of things we assume our friends know not to do. Like in any relationship, you have these parameters that, oh, this friend should not this. But sometimes we forget to give that list to a friend. Did she know that she would be betraying you? That's my question for you. If she did not, then of course, forgive her, because it's not necessarily her fault. Now, I don't know what the betrayal is. It's not coming out clear. It's not a particular thing. If she slept with a boyfriend, now wait a minute. You may not want her in the same room as your boo anytime soon. Boo, husband, whatever. Did she tell somebody something she wasn't supposed to tell them, yet she did not know? That's different. Did she steal $10,000? Well, why was your checkbook laying out? I don't know. But basically, I see that things will get better between the two of you. It will take time. You're holding on to this, though. You're holding on to it hard. It looks like you hold on to things. You're definitely more sensitive than she is. And sometimes that's also what comes into play. If somebody is less sensitive than you, they aren't holding on to something and you're holding on to something. If you were really close and it's not that she slept with your boo, killed your dog, or killed your cat, or stole a bunch of money from you, this looks like you can get past it. Make sure, though, that this friend and your friends know what betrayal is to you. Like, it's like the give them the rules so that nobody is hurting your feelings and they're clear about the fact that they would be hurting your feelings if they do X, Y, and Z. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. So, I have one more question. Let me see which one I'm going to do. All right. This is from, let me see. Karita, girl. Hey, Karita. Karita in LA wants to know when she's going to find love. Now, let me tell you, this is a big question. People always want to know, when am I going to find love? If they're single. Karita, from what I can see, girl, you've been sitting in the house. Well, here it is. Your man isn't going to fall through the house. You're going to have to be out and about. You're going to have to get in that little car of yours, and you're going to have to go be cute and LA on. This is about you putting on those big girl panties and getting out there. That's what needs to happen if you're going to find love. And, tell your friends you're looking. It looks like you've had a heartbreak. Who hasn't? High five, girl. It looks like your heart has been hurting, but it looks recent. So, okay, wait, let me back up a minute. It looks like you've had a heartbreak, and it doesn't look like you're necessarily ready. Okay, that's what's going on. Well, you're going to find love when you're ready. The universe is beautiful like that. The universe is great when it comes to timing. You thought you had the one, and it turns out he was not. Gotcha. That's heartbreaking. That's heart-wrenching. That throws all of us for a loop when it's like you're it, and the universe says, that's not the one. You're wondering what happened. He kind of disappeared. I'm not sure you're done, the two of you. He looks frightened. I don't see anyone else in his energy field. I see fear. It looks like the two of you had something very special and magical, and it scared the crap out of him, and he ran. He's like hiding in a cave. He's thinking. He just kind of disappeared because he doesn't know what to say. You more than likely will hear from this person again. Now, that's what I'm seeing right now. So here's where this gets tricky. His energy might shift, and he might be too scared to call you. But right now, I see that he's going to call you again, and this is going to work itself out in a very beautiful way. If he does not, do not call him. I see him making the move, because what happens sometimes, and ladies, let's all take note of this. We want to rush things, because if I tell you, oh my God, he got scared, this is not call him and tell him it's okay. It's leave it alone and give him space. Men at times need space. Shout out to the men. God, we love you, but sometimes you all put us through some crapola. He needs space, and you've got to give it to him. When a man needs a space to figure things out, you've got to let him figure it out. Because calling too much will only throw him deeper into that cave, and girl, he will run. He will go someplace else. So allow him to have his space. You keep trying to date. I know it's hard because you want to, but you don't really want to. Keep getting out there. Love will come when it is supposed to, when the timing is right. Your heart looks open, ready, and willing to receive love. You look exactly as you need to get the love that you desire. So you keep staying focused, and you have told the universe what you want. The universe will bring it to you when it's time. What needs to happen now is a partner that's able to give it to you. Give this man space. He will either show up and get his shit together, or he will not. I hope he does, because I do see magic between the two of you. But understand, if he doesn't get his crap together, the universe is a good universe. The universe is going to give it to you with someone else, and you are going to live a fabulous life. Now, he may miss out, but that's not on you, girl. Everybody's got their own choices, and everybody's got their own journey. I wish you the best. Do write me, all of you. So those are my questions that I'm answering today. Everybody, write me back and let me know how it all works out. I love when I hear back from people and they tell me how things worked out for them, because sometimes I don't end up knowing what the end result is, but I love it when I get emails like 2, 3, 4 months later, and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, yay! It makes me so happy. I love hearing your good stories and your good tidings, because the universe is a good one, isn't it? The universe is good to us when we allow it to be. It's all about us allowing and figuring out how to allow instead of forcing. You gotta allow. Because when we force things, sometimes we shift things out of their natural balance and out of their natural order. We just got to say, okay, universe, you got this, and trust and have faith that the universe has this, right? So those are the questions that I'm answering today. Feel free to send more of your questions, and just make sure you have a Sacred Rebel Radio or just Sacred Rebel in the subject matter so that I know what it is. I get a lot of emails. I think we all do. There's so many emails, so little time. You can also put it on the ask.fm. I'm trying to use that a little bit more. You can do it that way as well. But but make sure you do it through email. If you send a question through that Facebook Messenger or through Twitter, it may get lost. Everybody, there's so many social media things. There's so many ways to get messages. And, I'm on all this stuff and it gets kind of lost. So I want to talk to you now about my reading for the week. So I've been doing a reading for the week for a while now on YouTube. I hope you were checking that out. This week I did it with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I want to thank actually Alana Fairchild for helping me find this term Sacred Rebels. I had heard it before, but I kind of forgot. But I love it because it's about living your own unique life and being sharing your light with the world and not being part of this so-called Walking Dead, like I like to say. Like, I think so many people are walking around like zombies, and I've said this before. They don't even know what's going on around them. And, being clairvoyant, the one thing that I do love that I have as a gift to me is that I'm very aware of things. I know some people are always asking me, is it a burden? And aren't you scared? Or I'm like, no, it's not a burden at all, because sometimes I'm off duty. That doesn't mean my sensitivity 100% goes away, but I'm very aware of things and people and feelings and emotion, and I like that. I don't like living in a fog. I like knowing what's going on around me, and I like making soul-to-soul connections, and I like seeing people and looking into people's eyes, and, it's just, that to me is a wonderful space to live in. So this week I used the Sacred Rebel Oracle, and I think the reading this week is just really deep in terms of being true and unique to self, which to me is so key and important to your own happiness and as we say, the joie de vivre. But if you have never checked out my readings, please feel free to go to my YouTube page, which is Yolanda Shoshana, and you'll be able to find this reading. And this week it talked about creativity. And I talked about that second chakra, which, second chakras are where we form our passions and our creativity and our feelings, where they lie. And especially women, like, we really hold so much in that second chakra, and our second chakra is also where our sexuality is. Like, they go hand in hand. So when people say that sexuality isn't important, I'm like, you lie. It's like the elephant in the room. Sexual energy is so key to life because it is a part of our balance, and it is a part of our creativity. So, I mean, when you're getting stooped right, things are feeling pretty good, and other things are good, and you're having aha moments, and things are probably clicking at work. And when you're in a creative groove, you're probably feeling a little more sexual, which is why, most people create, you'll find that especially men, like the Van Goghs and even say Facebook, when men have been in love or their hearts have been broken, they create amazing crap. That's just the way that it is. When men have had muses, they painted some of their best work. They wrote some of their best songs, or when that muse broke their heart, same thing. That's why having a muse or having creativity is so important in our lives. So if you can get into your creative juices this week, go forth. But what really struck me this week in the reading is it talked about darkness and going into the unknown. So many people are scared of the unknown. I love the unknown. I say bring it on. I mean, I can't say I was always that way. Actually, that's not true. I will say that I was always that way. I used to pack my stuff and just move. I haven't done that now, though, since like 99. I've been in New York since 99. Oh, my God. Like I'm a real New Yorker now. Though I thought about it. And I did hesitate a little bit. But I think it's because I'm not really over New York yet. I used to just pack and move, and people would say, oh, my God, are you scared? Do you know anybody in that place? And I was like, well, no. So going into the unknown can be such a beautiful space if you allow it to be. Instead of allowing it to be scary and, oh my God, what am I going to do? And what am I going to do for work? Or what am I going to do here? And my money and this and this and that. Normally what happens is sometimes the unknown, people fear it so much that they don't have fun with it. Allow the unknown space to be your best friend. Allow that unknown to take you to a place you never thought you would go to. Like it could end up being the most amazing adventure you've ever had. So jump off of that mountain, as I said in my reading. Like, leap, take a leap. Do something that shakes your life up, especially if you're not 100% happy. And there are a lot of people that are like, oh, life is good. Life's okay. Well, you don't have to live in a okay life. You can go for bigger and better. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually amazing if you want more than that. Allow yourself to want more than that. And people don't have to agree. Screw them. You have to live for you. Dare to be bigger and dare to jump off of that mountain. I dare you to jump off of that mountain. It's going to be an amazing experience for you. So, also I have a new video, which I've been putting out called The Magic, as a check-in about goals and dreams. I hope your goals and dreams are going great because it's April. Can you believe that mess? Can you believe it? We're already in April. Before we know it, we'll be at Halloween, which I actually can't wait for. I love the fall. The summer is fun and all, but I'm really a fall baby. My birthday's in November, which could be why I love the fall, but I am a huge lover of fall because, my favorite holidays are there. So I am looking forward to summer, though. I'm going to some great conferences, including Blog Her and the Wine Bloggers Conference. Shout out to the wine people. See you in the Finger Lakes, and all that good stuff. So, hopefully you have something fun, prepared for your summer as well. I hope you're having a great time and enjoying the spring, and you have planted some seeds to take you a little bit further with your goals and your dreams and all the amazing things that you want to do. Because you know what? Everything that you desire can be achieved. The universe will not give you a dream without giving you the strength to do it. Everything that you need is inside of you. I think the church bells are ringing behind me. Oh, it was like, oh, there they are. I love the church bells in my neighborhood, I have to say. They're just beautiful, beautiful to me. So I think that's all I have for you this week. So my goal is to do this show weekly. That's my plan. And I'm going to do my best to stick to it, which is why Sunday is probably the best day for me to do this, because I like to really chill. I tend to, I see very few people on Sundays. They've got to be like close people in my circle for me to see them, because I like kind of having like I don't want to call it a lazy Sunday, but it's the day that I write and I really conjure and focus for the week and all that good stuff. And I would love to be a part of your last day of the weekend to help you really kick off for Monday. Because here's the other thing I want to say about Mondays. Let's change what Monday looks like. Everybody always dreads Monday, and I'm like, Monday should not be dreaded. Let's look at it as a new week to really get things done for our life, to really make wonderful things happen. So I want our Mondays to look different, which means we got to change our mindset on Sundays. Because I know the weekends are never long enough. It tends to be my only downtime too, but it is what it is. So don't forget to send me your questions at shoshi@yolandashoshana.com. My website is yolandashoshana.com, and you can sign up for my newsletter, which is themagic.com. I've been sending them out pretty much weekly, at least bi-weekly. I don't like to spam mailboxes like some people do. If something I've channeled comes in, then I send a newsletter. That's how I like to look at it. And they've been coming more frequently. So, and my new horoscopes have come out. If you're looking for some astrology, I channel my horoscopes, and I used the Steampunk Tarot, a really fun deck this time around. So I'm going to be switching decks every time. So next show, I will probably pull out the oracle cards for this and do a little more, oracle, and maybe do a tarot reading for somebody. So send in questions if you want a tarot reading. Maybe you will be selected. Hey. So thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me time with you. It has been an honor and a privilege, and may the road rise to meet you. I absolutely and I positively love you. So don't forget to look for the magic and the miracles in your day